Alright, so this movie is going to chronicle how I changed my motor mount in my truck. Truck we're working on here is a 1992 Dodge Dakota. It is, fortunately for this job, it's only the 4-cylinder. So what they did was they just put this tiny little engine in this great big engine bay. And so I've got plenty of room to access my motor mount right down there, which I think has gone bad because this truck has gotten pretty rattly. In an effort to save money, I just bought the insert. This is the little rubber part, and it's cost only about 1/3 as the whole motor mount. And I bet that what happened was it either split right here, like right around here, or it just got so wore out that it's not absorbing the vibrations anymore. And so what I'm gonna do is probably pull out this whole arm here, which runs. I'm trying to get rid of the sun for you. It connects right here to the engine and here to the frame, and I'm gonna pull that out, swap out the inserts, and then reinstall it. So this is why I really think that one of my motor mounts is bad. Watch as I kick I'll kick the throttle for you guys, and you can see how much my engine vibrates as the throttle kicks up. So watch this. You can see that the whole thing just sort of shakes to one side every time I kick the throttle. And sometimes you'll get that with great big V8s that just have tons of torque. But this thing only has like 99 horsepower, I think, and so such a little 4-cylinder, it really should stay exactly where it is. And so I think one of the motor mounts is going bad, and that's why I'm going to replace it. So first what I'm going to do is use my breaker bar to crack these bolts here. I'm just going to loosen them off a little bit, make sure they're not stuck. That one right there, and then those ones down there. Alright, so this is what I did. What you need to do is support the engine from below or from above, but I don't have a cherry pick or anything like that. So I got to support it from below. Unfortunately, because of this cross member here, the only access I have is to the oil pan, and that's probably the most fragile part of the engine to support it from below. I definitely don't want to bust through that when I remove this motor mount and the weight of the engine comes down on my supports. So I got a couple of 2x4s here, and I just sort of rigged something up with my jack here. I also have this supported at the crank pulley. And so hopefully when I remove this motor mount, it's not going to cause any damage or anything like that. Thankfully, I've got a couple other motor mounts and the transmission mounts holding up the engine still, so it's not going to be the entire weight of the engine down on these 2x4s here, but you want to take care and not do any damage. And so this is what I set up to support the engine. We'll see how it works. I don't know, maybe you'll see a video coming up soon how to replace your oil pan, but we'll see how it goes. So now I'm going to remove the motor mount and replace that insert there. This here is a better shot of how I used as many different pieces of wood as I could to really disperse this weight. We got one in the back there, all the way back in there, and here's another that's touching there. This one is touching over there on that side of the oil pan, and then this one down here is providing support for everything. So hopefully this combined effort will really disperse the weight and not cause any damage. Alright, so I got it out, and you can see how much the old one is smashed in there. I think that the new one's gonna pretty much fill up this entire cavity, and it's going to fill in all this space here, and so that should definitely help me out. looking at this one, I thought it was installed a little bit differently. But looking at this one, I think I might want to replace the other one. So I'm going to go online and order another one of these and replace it probably in a week or so when it comes. But step now is, what we got to do is, it's got these little tabs here that hold it in. We got to get in on them and bend it out. And then we'll be able to slide this one in, and then we're going to bend these tabs over so that this one stays in. So I'm going to go get a big old vice grip or something to bend those things out of there and see what we can't do. Yeah, so it's just as I thought. My new motor mount pretty much fills up that entire space there. It's just a little bit of wiggle room. So yeah, hell of a lot better than this old motor mount, which is squished. So now I'm gonna go and throw it back in the truck. Alright, so with the new motor mount insert in there, the motor mount is actually a little bit longer than it was before, and there's no way I'm gonna get that bolt screwed in, so I'm gonna have to get back underneath the truck and jack up the support just a little bit to raise the motor up so I can thread the bolt in. Wow, so that actually had to go up a lot to get the motor mounts and the motor holes to sync up. So I'm just gonna really easily let everything down now that, well, everything's all nice and tight. There we go. Yep, we'll pull it all out. And so that's that. The motor is now free to rumble away to its heart content without really shaking the truck. And I predict this is going to be a lot smoother ride. So now I'm going to go take it for a drive.